Hi guys, it's Rob from Royal Balls. It's been a while since my last video. To be honest, not much has been happening, but I do have a clutch to show you guys now. Before that, a shout out t-shirt from Joe Tully at Tully's Outrageous Royals. Thanks very much, Joe, for that. Personalised on the back, Professor Balls. And he also sent me some stickers. There we go. And while we're on stickers, I have another shout out to do here. This is from Devorian Family Reptiles. So thank you Kaz, James, Lucas and Layla. Here are the stickers that they sent me, a variety of stickers. There's one psychedelic one there. So Devorian Family Reptiles, thank you very much for the stickers. Okay, so you're probably wondering what's been happening. Not a lot really. In the last month I've had 7 more females ovulate, so this month we should have a bunch of eggs. My season is very late. I had 2 clutches early in February which have already hatched, and that seems like ages ago, but clutch number 3, yes, just number 3 for me out here in the tropics. Clutch number 3 has hatched, so let's get a look at those. So guys, this is clutch number 3 for me. Yes, just clutch number 3. The season's very late. There's much more to come, but this is the 3rd clutch to hatch out. As you can see, it's a pied clutch. We have a lot more to come over the coming months, so stay tuned. I was waiting for the last guy in this batch to shed. Several days behind his siblings, and you can see that the last guy to shed has not shed very well. It's quite bitty, unlike the other ones that were clean, and it's this guy here. He hasn't actually shed properly. The skin is still quite waxy, but it's been several days since the other shed, so it's time to get these guys set up and try and get them eating. This guy will keep on damp paper for a little while longer to see how he goes. But before we look in more detail at these guys, let's take a look at the parents. This is Dad. He's a Pastel Pied. He's a proven male, bred for me several times. This guy is now about 8 years old. I grew him up from a hatchling and I bred him to a normal female to produce my own hets, because I didn't have any pieds in my collection, especially not females. So I made my own hets. Let's take a look at this guy. He is a Pastel Pied. You can see from the head that, as with most pieds, they have quite dark heads, so we don't get the same blushing with Pastel Pieds as we would normally expect. But you can see that this guy does have the white lips of the pastel. This guy's quite nice because he's got lots of pattern. He's quite low white. So this is Dad, Pastel Pied. He was bred to a normal to produce hets. So let's have a look at the mum. This is Mum. She is a pastel het for pied and is the daughter of that male. So I've been a little bit naughty and bred him back to his daughter. She is now 3 years old, and there's nothing more satisfying than producing your own hatchlings, growing them up and then breeding them out. So this is a homegrown female, Pastel Het for Pied. She is eating again and regaining her condition. Her eggs have now hatched, so she's been eating quite well and has fully recovered all that condition. So that's Mum, Pastel Het for Pied. Let's go back to the clutch. It's a visual to a het, so theoretically a 50-50 chance of visuals, and you will see that from a 5 egg clutch we actually have 4 visuals and 1 het, so we absolutely killed the odds on this one. And it's pastel to pastel, so there's a 1 in 4 chance of a super pastel, and it was a super pastel pied that we were hoping to get. If we start with the het here, you can see that the head is very, very blushed. The sides are very blushed. So this is a super pastel het for pied. It's a female. And theoretically, that's our 1 in 4 shot at a super pastel. This guy here clearly is very much more blushed than his siblings, much lighter washed out colour, and if we compare head stamps, you'll see that he does have the head stamp of the super pastel. So this is our second super pastel, and this one is a visual pied. So this is our killer pied that we were trying to make. This is a boy, unfortunately. So we got 2 super pastels, 1 pied and 1 het. Let's have a look at some of the siblings. This one here, you'll see, is also much brighter, lighter coloured than the other 2 guys. And if we put him next to this guy, not quite as washed out. Similar head stamp to Dad actually, and you can see the white lips. So this is pastel. This is pastel pied. So we have a pastel pied and a super pastel or killer pied. And this pastel pied here is a female. And looking at the other 2 guys, you can see that they are much more orange, darker coloured with darker heads. These are 2 ordinary pieds, and these are both females. So 4 out of 5 of these guys are also female. So there is a hold back here. I'm thinking I'm going to hold back just one of these normal pieds. The rest will be looking for new homes. But I'll keep one of these females, one of these female pieds, since I'm short of pieds in my collection. Another female will do no harm. And you'll see that there are 5 babies here, and I think this was from a clutch where people said let me know if the eggs make it, because I didn't reorient the eggs and they were all over the place. So 5 eggs, 5 hatchlings, they all made it just fine. You can see that they're all perfectly healthy. So we'll get these guys set up and see if we can get them eating. Okay guys, and my Firefly Enchi Clown that I hatched last year is now almost a year old. He's just shed. I haven't shown him for a while, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to just show him off so you guys can see what he looks like at a year old. I haven't shown this boy off for quite some time. This is my Firefly Enchi Clown male. He's just shed, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to give him some air time so you can see how this guy has aged. He is coming up for a year old, so he's putting on some decent size now, and you can see that he's retained both his colour, his contrast and his cleanliness. This is an awesome quality male. You see the head stamp there, a lovely clean head. So this boy will be breeding for me this coming season. He is up to size and up to age now, so we'll be giving him a couple of nice females this coming season. And Mum is gravid again this year. Mum is a Pastel Enchi Clown, a really nice Pastel Enchi Clown, and she's been paired to a Firefly Het for Clown male, a really super high quality male. And the top tier animal would be a Firefly Enchi Clown, which, given the quality of this guy, would be absolutely stunning. So this is my Firefly Enchi as a yearling. So you can see how he's aging. He's aging very well, and he'll be going to work next season. Okay, so that's it for now, guys. Thank you very much to everybody who reached out to me to make sure that I was okay. Yes, I'm okay. You can reach me on Facebook Messenger, on DM Instagram, or you can leave a comment down below on any of my videos and I will try to respond. I do have social media, Instagram and Facebook. I'm particularly bad at answering friend requests on Facebook. They do tend to mount up, and I do them once every while and just click a whole bunch of new snake people. My Facebook is almost exclusively for snake people, so if your Facebook profile is full of snake pictures, you're in. These stickers have reminded me that I have a bunch of stickers in my drawer, all in envelopes, all addressed, waiting to be sent out. Post office has been shut for a while, but that's not the real reason why I haven't sent stickers out. I'm really bad at stickers and t-shirts, although I do have a bunch of them. I'm a little bit lazy in getting them sent out, so my apologies to all of you that are waiting for stickers. I do have them in my drawer, and sooner or later I will get them out to the post office. Next video will be on pickups, projects and future plans. And many of you have reached out to me on Orange Dream stuff and said you really enjoyed the last video. Some of my pickups are Orange Dream, so there'll be some more Orange Dream stuff in the next video. And we'll take a look again at some of the key indicators for Orange Dream. I think many of you have realised with your own projects that Orange Dream is actually not as straightforward to identifying combinations as you thought it might be. It is a very strong pattern influencer as well as a colour and cleanliness enhancer, but sometimes the colour and cleanliness doesn't show through and we have to resort to pattern markers in order to identify what has Orange Dream and what does not. So we'll take a look at some of my pickups there. I've also had a request to look at another Mr. DNA pipe cleaner explanation for the Cryptic Krypton Clown allelic recessive combination. If you guys want to see a Mr. DNA explanation of that, I do not have Cryptic in my collection, but I do understand how the genetics work, so if you want an explanation, just leave a comment in the links down below and I'll put together a pipe cleaner video explaining how that recessive allelic combination works. It's actually quite straightforward. It's the visual expression that gets a little bit complicated. Okay guys, so that's it for today. I am back. I've been perfectly okay. My snakes have been fine. A lot of females now due to lay eggs, so a lot more to come from Royal Balls. We will be looking at these clutches as they are laid and as they get hatched out. And I do have the advantage that for many people it's towards the end of their season and my season is just starting to pick up. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to share, like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time.